Hi, I'm Troy.
Hi, I'm Alex.
And this is Geek Tank.
Your I'm just sharpening my sword, Mom size podcast.
Cleaning,
Cleaning.
polishing,
That's it. Polishing the sword.
polishing my swords.
And he's doing it live on live TV too. Ugh.
Geek Tank After Dark.
Only fans.
Right? Only fans. Only Geek Tank fans. Wait, what? So yeah. So here we are.
Here we are.
And here we are.
It looks like your sidearm, the smaller of them.
Yes, the main gauche.
Main gauche.
Swords are sidearms. But yeah, the main gauche.
Yeah, he has others too that are smaller. Those are auxiliary gauche.
Oh.
Yeah.
Backup gauche.
Well, main is hand, I believe.
It is, but that's not going to stop me from making the joke.
Gotcha. Just taking my steel arms out of storage. So we got a little bit of dust, a little bit of rust and stuff on them. So yeah,
that sounds cool.
It's good stuff. Then just geeky things we've done this week, fellas.
I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. I recommend that. I can give a recommendation that's not so much a spoiler, but more of a word of warning that there's a certain character in your group that wants stuff, and if you don't give them the stuff, they leave your group. And the problem I found is that when you go to give them stuff in the chat box, it limits what you have access to. So I couldn't get into my bag of holding with where I kept the stuff that I was going to give them. So when I said no, I thought I could come back to the speech again and give it to him.
Later.
I'm like, So make sure you have it in hand, not in a bag. So that's a harsh GM. Sorry, your character sheet says
Brent is picking a fight with Alex.
It's a main gauche.
Yeah.
The sword will be on camera in a few minutes.
We all know they're picking a fight with Alex, but it's still funny.
A match set.
So,
what's interesting is just
I've often thought about. Good evening, Brent. Good to see you. We've switched over to using Restream so that we can now see what you're saying over there.
I was going to say, what's interesting, the word gauche by itself is lacking ease or grace, unsophisticated. So I'm guessing by offhanded, it's the hand that lacks grace because it's your offhand. Maybe that's the definition of it.
Right.
Because I've heard
that's a little gauche.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hear that word used that way more often, since I've only really got one friend who's in the swords.
That's funny.
I like swords.
You like big sticks with strings on them that you can shoot other sticks out of.
Oh, I was just making. Yep, it is true. Yeah. But I was making a reference joke.
So, gosh, other stuff. My oldest is interested in learning how to GM. So it's exciting news for me. So gave them the starter set that I started with and said, I can tell you everything that's wrong with this because I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
You can learn from my mistakes and do it right.
Cool.
So
nice.
But they want to play in a fair amount of games as a player before tackling the GM part, which I definitely recommend as well, since it'll help get a feel of how other people run games and pinpoint what they like about running games and being in games.
Cool.
On sort of that same note,
yes,
I started a session 0 with my own child.
I'd mentioned you were looking at doing one of those, and you had a couple other people you were going to bring into it.
Yep. And one of the people who I had met at the other game and was new to gaming and had never gamed before, I invited them to come into this game because they were brought into a seasoned multi-year-old game to play an NPC that was on board our ship, and discovered they really liked this role-playing thing that they had never done before. So I said, well, if you want, you can join my game. Oh yeah, I'd like to do that, And so that way it'd be at a session 0, so you could see how creating characters works and stuff like that, because they just got assigned an NPC. So they're just running the NPC. And then they didn't show up. So they ghosted me.
That's a bad sign.
Instead, I'm inviting my buddy from school who she usually plays a lot of role-playing games, and we've been talking a lot about role-playing games, and she's going to join in. So that puts us back up to the 3 players that I was looking for. Because I didn't want a big party for this one so that we could spend some quality time, but I didn't want 2 players either. That's a little too low.
I was going to say they were interested in joining, but if you're full up, then that means no. So
who's interested in joining?
Nick.
Yep. Then I would go with that. They can join.
Well, I don't want you to have too many players.
No, 4 is fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want 9.
I'll get you connected. I don't want 9, but I got 9.
Yeah.
I'll connect the 2 of you on Discord so you can coordinate a session 0.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can also do a lot more of that offline. But yeah, I am more than willing to have them join. That's not a problem at all.
Cool. Awesome.
And in fact, I think that would be really entertaining for my kid, because I think my kid would love to have your kid with there, since they are connected very well.
So rolling off of role-playing games into Magic the Gathering, apparently at certain Costco's, apparently this is really elusive, they have gift sets of the Final Fantasy Commander decks, which if I were to find them, I'd buy them because they're a really good deal. But it seems impossible to find them.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you happen to wander into a Costco and you're in a Magic Gathering, take a look around like the book toy section, because it's a commander deck plus 2 of the like collector boosters or something for a total of like $60 or $70, which normally the commander deck's like $50-$60 on its own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
yeah,
right.
Those collector boosters are super expensive too.
Yeah, so it's what's happening is, of course, people will find they're there that are scalpers, and they'll buy all of them and then sell them for $100+ online.
Right.
That's nothing. That's nothing new.
Yeah, and especially since MSRP on those things is super expensive these days too. So, but yeah, I haven't done any role-playing stuff or Magic stuff last couple weeks. Did get a couple games in with a friend. He made some proxies for me of
oh yeah, the Dracula.
Yeah, he made a Dracula proxy. Actually, they're right over here. Give me a sec. He made me 3 proxies, and so that was cool. While I'm doing this, it's like the kiddo and I played the Princess Bride storybook game for the first time.
How was that?
It was actually pretty cool. We beat the first chapter. I'm sure it gets more difficult as we go along, and that's fine. But it's a cooperative game, 1 to 4 players. So yeah, pretty neat. Okay, so we have for my Dracula deck, we have the fucking Dracula.
I have to lean in way close.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night artwork. And then we also have, we're going to make it big?
Hang on. Okay. Swap you to the large size so everybody can see what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Yep, it's Fish Called Blood Arbiter for my Dracula deck. Then we have, for the Borg deck, my Memnarch. He made a proxy of Borg Queen.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Super cool. And then there's one other card that I actually haven't shown my kid this yet, and I really should. Because he made a... I had a ninja deck that I'm just kind of retooling. And he made me a proxy for the ninja. That's a picture of my kiddo dressed up like X-23 from the cosplay we did back at Mile High Con last
I
year.
love that
'Cause it's so
cosplay.
good.
They were pretty cool
Yeah.
about that.
And I don't know where that one is. It's around here somewhere. Yeah. I will.
Should make a similar card, but with a picture of a log. So it's just, bamf, I'm a log.
Right. Right. The log technique. Oh, there it is. So.
Nice.
And everyone knows her name and
Nice.
everything. So. Whoops.
It was reversed.
Yes. That.
That was,
Yeah, I can't read backwards, so it's
Okay.
all good.
Yeah, and the Princess Bride game was pretty cool. It's like there's 6 chapters. We haven't looked ahead. Of course, we've seen the movie. The first chapter is the Wesley and Buttercup on the farm. So you've got chores, and you have there are things that you have to basically quest within that chapter. You know, so one of them is true love, is as you wish, and then seeking their fortune. And it was actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to see what they do with the rest of them. The figurines are cheap plastic, one color. I was thinking like maybe I should find some actual metal figurines of the principal characters. It's it's Wesley and Buttercup and Humperdinck and Fezzik and Inigo and the Six-Fingered Man and such. And so it's the kind of thing. It's like getting real figurines and having them painted up by a friend of mine would be really super cool. So there's that. And then
I saw a cartoon recently, and I'm having trouble remembering the name of it. I think it was Close Enough, but or it could have been Regular Show. They're both done by the same guy. But there's a little montage of them trying to adventure to get to where they're going to. So it's these quick cut scenes of different adventure stuff. And one of them is a giant rat jumps on the guy, and he rolls over to some flames and burns it.
nice.
I get that reference.
Yep. That's cool. And and then let's see. We rewatched the Spider-Verse movies.
Hey, did you find it? You were missing one of them, right?
I'm missing both of them, so I bought them again.
Oh no.
Yeah, it cost me like $25 to get both of them, but that's okay. And we also rewatched. We're still rewatching Liberty's Kids, as we do every year around this time. Cool PBS show by Geek and everything, and it was actually a really good job. It's they don't shy away from a lot of the stuff that was going on, the brutality versus the Native Americans and slavery and such like.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. And else. Oh yeah, also Sandman season 2 on Netflix. Kind of broke.
Haven't started that yet, but it's definitely on my to watch list.
Super good. I will say that it's part 1 of season 2. Part 2 comes out I want to say later this month, 23rd or so, which is really cool. It looks like they're speed running a little bit, and then I don't know if that was always the intention. Part of the weirdness about it being so fast on the storyline is that they don't do a lot of the side stories, so things seem to be going really quickly. But if you're only going to have 22, 23 episodes total, I get it. But they do appear to be going it for all those Sandman aficionados out there. They really are doing the only major storyline that they've pulled is A Game of You, and of course there's like 3 different short collections. They might still do one of them, The World's End, because that is the last of the shorts. Framing device here. Right. All these travelers are in this inn telling tales, and but they might just skip right past that and go straight through to The Kindly Ones. And I do think that they're going to spend time with The Wake, the final main book of Sandman. But yeah, no, it's really cool. The reason why they might have been rushing past it is because of the news breaking of Neil Gaiman's sexual impropriety. How to put it? Non-consenting power exchange.
Not cool.
No, not cool at all. But when that news broke, Sandman season 2 was already in production, and he does not own the rights to Sandman. DC does. So he probably, we don't have the contracts or anything, but he probably only got paid at the beginning, isn't earning any residuals or anything there, so you don't have to worry about funding his lifestyle, so to speak. Or the things that he not giving him any more power or influence in the form of power coupons and money to do what he was doing. So, and then that also brings up some interesting political things that probably won't get into today. Yeah. So this is this actual sword, Brent. This is a Schlager. So it's in the style of 1800s German cut fencing. The tip is blunted. They did not do any thrusting, or they weren't supposed to do thrusting.
It didn't stop them.
Well,
though.
it was
Not with that.
They weren't supposed to, because too many people were dying. And the reason why they were still doing fencing, and I think this was mostly done with sabers, but also other swords as well, was that if you were of a certain class in what would become Germany, Austria, Prussia, all that, then if you did not have visible scars from dueling, you were considered untrustworthy. And so they actually would have armor that was very protective, except for like the cheeks or something. So they could get cut there and therefore have scars and therefore be known to be of some metal.
I find that to be entertainingly entertaining.
Well, mentioning the Neil Gaiman thing reminded me of a thing I was reading about. They're doing a role-playing version of the zombie movie Return of the Living Dead, which is one of my favorite zombie movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it as a tabletop game with miniatures and stuff.
RPG or board game?
RPG, which it would be if it's following the actual movie. There's no winning. You can't win under the rules that they have set for the zombies. Other zombie movies, you technically could win as long as you are smart enough to just set up your defenses correctly. But one of the actors that played one of the main characters, and that are not a main character, but definitely not a too far of a side character, was convicted later on in life for child abuse, child molestation, actually. That's the whole Nickelodeon thing, if you heard of that.
Wow.
And so they made the character in the miniature out of the movie, and someone in the comments was saying, shouldn't you have just dropped that considering what the actor did? And it was one of these questions of, do you stay faithful to the movie because the character in the movie isn't really the bad person, but the actor who played the character was the bad person?
Right.
And that goes into that kind of gray area of separating the material from the creator, because it's like, I'm not going to throw away all my Neil Gaiman books because he's a jerk and should be in jail, because I enjoy the books that I have and I can disassociate them from him.
Right. The theory of the death of the author. And also, I mean, if you've already purchased books if you've already spent the money, then he's already gotten your money.
Yeah. But I can see shutting off buying anything further.
Right.
Which I think that's why they're shutting down Good Omens. And are they going to shut down Sandman too?
Oh, Sandman is done after season 2.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And like I said, like 11 episodes in season 1, a one-off episode with some of the shorts, and then another 11 episodes or so. Mamluk Wakazashi Katana. Yeah, I'm a Katanaka myself. I have a certificate to teach the style right over there. But no, I mean, when it comes to, I do love defensing though, and I would love to actually do some more learning, probably after the kiddo and I have gotten black belt 2 or maybe black belt 2 or so at the karate and jiu-jitsu dojo we're at. Free up some time. Of course, I think we should also go do some more Krav Maga, so that way, she gets all of those really great knife and gun disarms. Because Krav Maga's got the best of those. But yeah.
I had to put in the word sword after Mama Luke because just looking at Mama Luke, Mama Luke is used in Italian and Italian American slang, often as a term of endearment or playfully to describe someone who is acting silly, foolish, or a bit of a goofball.
That's really funny. Didn't it mention the historical Mamluks at all, huh? Because historical Mamluks were slave soldiers in the I want to say the Moors.
I had to scroll down a bit, but I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just right away. It's just giving me the slang first. Yeah. There's so many swords.
So many swords. There's so many books on. I've got a book on swords. Oh, is it out yet? Swords and hilt weapons. So good.
So many swords, so little time.
Yeah, this is my Schlager, and these are the girls. They are a delight to hold in the hand. They are just wonderful, and they ring.
Dinner is served.
Right. Message for you, sir. No. But I do have a rapier in main gauche as well. Those are more. This is the Cavalier shield style of guard. So you've got your rings. Your crossbar, and these rings here, and then the shield, and of course knuckle bow. My rapier and such are more of a basket hilt style. The guard. I was thinking
I realized I should let Alex have the larger thing because he's got these swords, and I'm like, you should have the bigger version.
Swords. Yeah, and then I was thinking if I was to lose a hand, I would prefer to lose my left than my right. You don't always get a choice, and getting a cap, a wrist cap, and then have the buckler on the cap. Totally do kind of that Spanish style. Be cool. Or actually be more like that. But yeah.
They added a mod in Zomboid, Project Zomboid, where if you get bitten and you act quickly enough, you can saw off your hand or your arm and not turn into a zombie. And then you can find weapons to attach.
Right? Chainsaw, maybe?
I don't know if they've done that yet, but I'm sure there's a mod out there.
Gotta do the chainsaw. I mean, come on.
I looked that up quickly. Oh.
The Geek Tank Discord server.
I'm not even on that server.
Am I on that server?
It's because you're not cool enough.
I'm too cool. But yeah, so good stuff. Yeah, this sword is wonderful. And it's not sharpened, so I can usually carry this around when I do run fairs and stuff like that. The rapier is not sharpened on the edges, but the tip is pointed and sharp, and that thing will kill people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I'm on it. I vaguely remember it existing, but I don't see the little icon anymore.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That we don't exist on the Geek Tank server?
The Discord.
Let me pull it up and see if I've got it. Wouldn't it be funny if I don't belong on it either?
It's like a pirate Discord server. I love it.
Brent is the only person out on the Geek Tank server.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
Hey, Bob. D&D stuff.
Sweet. Yeah, there's a gaming group at my church, and they've been doing some tabletop role playing, and then I did board gaming there on Sunday and stuff. So we'll see what we'll do in the future. Maybe do some more role playing, maybe some magic.
There's a GS Davis art channel, which I am a part of, and I see what I see what Brent was posting there. So it's not the Geek Tank channel; it's the GS Davis
Oh, it's over on my channel,
See.
which that
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's not Geek Tank. So can't put swords in a gun case. That's
I've been thinking about doing shadow boxes, but with all that extra time I have.
if I had all the extra time and money, I would turn one of my walls into a display similar to in Kill Bill with the wood branches sticking out to hold swords, and then I'd have to buy the swords to put in there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to do shadow boxes for my Schlager and dagger and rapier and dagger. And then I want to put some like a pegboard, like board and like peg, thick wooden dowel pegs to up above my closet door to put my hats on. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think we have a. Well, maybe we should somewhere along the line have that, but we don't.
Probably should.
I am suffering from coughing all of a sudden.
nice. So, jumping back into the magic thing real quick, since we have a few minutes before we have to do our thing. I am not doing the really, really elaborate, cool magic thing that I was going to do this year for NDK because I feel like I don't have enough time to really get it perfect. I want to have time that we can sit down and play test it and find the kinks and go, nope, this rule's broken, got to fix that. So I'm going to have to do something different, which will be easy. I think I'm just going to pivot back to one of my older ideas, which was everybody gets you get a team of 4 and you get a pile of cards and you have to make your decks out of the pile of cards that you get as a team, and then you have to face other teams.
Yeah.
So and the nice thing with that one is don't have to charge anybody for it. It can be free.
Right.
They can get some free bulk cards, but still, if you're just starting out in the game, bulk cards are worth having.
Right.
So,
Makes sense.
but if you're looking to buy some Magic the Gathering cards, I know a place that you can get some. One of our sponsors.
Yes. Wait. Oh crap! I closed the sponsor thing. I just have to figure out. Oh, it's in a different place this time. That's part of our problem. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. I got it. Because now we can say the Geek Tank is sponsored by Kieran Games, Geekway Homes, the Massage Wizard, and
Your mom. We gotta practice the 3-part harmony thing. Your mom. Yeah, we should probably practice that with not on air.
Yeah.
Kieran Games.
That would be unlike us to do that.
Our friend June bought some Magic the Gathering cards through Kieran Games.
Cool.
I probably should reach out to Kieran Games about the Gundam.
Oh, I thought you were going to grab those Friday.
I was.
You didn't. Now,
because they're nowhere to be found.
Like sold out?
Yeah, you all know the places I went didn't get them.
Ooh.
Never got them. So
well, that's on.
I will keep looking, but of course, then had to go to work and do all the work stuff. So
it looks like to me that they come with figures. Does that sound correct to you?
Yep, that's what I was noticing.
Which is interesting for a card game.
They come with like little teeny Gunpla, like half-size Gunpla or quarter-size Gunpla. So I really wanted to. You don't have to use the figures. You place the figures on their cards, thus putting the figures out on the table. But it's not required. It's just a nice thing.
Yep.
So always cool.
So apparently it coincides with the release of another Gundam game called Gundam Assemble, which is described as Warhammer meets Gundam. So announced an exciting new addition to the world of tabletop strategy games, Gundam Assemble. Inspired by the rich and lore and massive battles of Gundam, this game offers fans a chance to experience the thrill of mobile suit warfare on their tabletops with gameplay reminiscent of Warhammer's strategic depth and immersive storytelling. So there's two games coming out. I'm wondering if the figures that come with the cards are compatible with the other game, because that would make sense to me if they cross over that. Oh, you actually build them like little tiny models.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're little Gunpla. So yeah, you actually they make them as little teeny Gunpla, and I'm just like, well, I like that so much because I already build Gunpla quite a bit, so I rather enjoy it, which is cool.
Yeah. So
yeah. Also in Geek News on Thursday is the premiere of Strange New World Season 3, which is cool. I've been looking forward to that for a long time because they did a dumb thing and it makes me mad, but that's all right.
Hey,
well,
hey, Bandai, send us free stuff.
Yeah, Bandai, send us free stuff. But Strange New Worlds has already premiered the first 4 episodes, but only at a film festival. So, and they did it last month. So there's a few fans out there that have already seen the end of this cliffhanger and had an entire month. Luckily, they've been relatively quiet.
That's surprising.
That is a kind of an uncool thing to do. Like, it was like, because of course, especially to Trekkies who A, hate spoilers, and B, like to post spoilers, which makes it aggravating to our group. So yeah, that's all right. We got there ultimately, I guess. So Thursday, finally.
Cool.
Also, did the purchased the PDFs for a lot of the Savage Worlds stuff, and was kind of impressed with how well they've got it on a you don't really need to have a physical book aspect for a lot of their stuff, since Savage Worlds uses decks of cards as part of their system, because they use a just your standard 52 card deck for initiative, which is kind of cool. But they also have a mechanic that I really like in it, which is the adventure deck. So if you wish to play with this, it's a deck of enhancements per se. So every game you just draw or deal out these cards to the players, and some of them are, simple, and some of them are rather complex. For example, there's a card that says, spills the beans, and so you can play this, and any character that you are interrogating will tell you what they know, So, and of course, you hide it from the GM, but the players can swap back and forth. So at any time during the game, you can kind of play that on the GM, and that changes the game. Now, of course, Savage Worlds is open on this one, so you don't have to do it that way. But I'm more like Troy when I'm a GM, in that I kind of like whenever somebody kind of throws a wrench in the middle of the game. So I play this, and I think that, one of the distributors for Savage Worlds went under. Yeah, that's true. It's difficult right now in the game industry. Pathfinder also, I believe, has a problem right now. And it's mostly because all the tariffs are causing great stress on those people who've been relying heavily on importing from not just China, but Germany and a lot of other areas. The tariffs have caused a lot of problems. So companies are folding. And so, and one of them, I think, is some company, the distributor that works with Paizo, but it's also one of the ones that works with Savage Worlds. So that's not so good. And it's one of the reasons why I bought all the books and everything as well, was because, especially since I'm not buying any books right now that are physical, because I'm trying desperately to pare down all of my physical everythings. So I intentionally bought all the PDFs, not for this reason, but also because it has the dual purpose of, working really nicely on that in the helping them out and does not require them to print it and send it. So,
All right.
yeah. But yeah, Brent's talking about that too.
So it looks like the Gundam card game doesn't come with the figures, and those figures are the Gundam assemble, and they are compatible, and that's why they show them together. So that's
Well, I'm all aboard on all of these things.
Yeah, you should check and see if our buddy Kieran Games has gotten any of this stuff in.
Yeah, I really should. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'm into this plan. I know that they've got a Witch from Mercury set, and so my kid loves Witch from Mercury.
I wasn't able to find out. It's hard to tell if they are random or not. The cards, I'm sure, are random, but hopefully the miniatures aren't random.
Yeah, it would suck if I ended up with a whole bunch of Zaku, for my set.
Yeah, it seems like they are a very specific 3 robots per set.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm pretty sure that's going to work that way. But yeah.
Fun.
So,
trying to think of other geeky stuff. The
third Spider-Verse movie has a release date. Of course, that can always change. It's coming out June 4th, 2027.
I think I'm going to forget.
I won't.
So.
Deadlands. Bob's saying that Deadlands that's
nice.
a good
I haven't
one.
played that in forever.
That's a good one.
It's good stuff, though.
I was swiping some of the stuff from Deadlands for our steampunk game that we were playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the Weird West settings. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I love Deadlands.
So now that there's a mod for Baldur's Gate 3 to have more than 4 players to a party, we should try to get together a party.
I'm in.
Oh, if Guy, I don't know if you already chose this for Ivy or not when you made her, but you can choose different paths, and I'm finding out that the Dark Urge path is the one that I think you would want because it's about coming from an oppressed background, the way Ivy came from an oppressed background, and keeps getting tormented with all of these thoughts to do evil stuff, and keeps having to fight those thoughts off. So it seemed very appropriate for an Ivy character.
Is that a thing that's in the 2024 edition? Or
no, I'm just Baldur's Gate 3, the video game.
Right.
When you make your character, you can play as any of the NPCs and play their storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also have a built-in storyline that you can just take to add to your character that you make. I think it's called the Dark Urge. I'll have to look it up here real quick. Yeah, it's an established character as well as a special origin in the Baldur's Gate 3. So it gives your character their own origin with amnesia, but you still make the character how you want, the class, the race, all that stuff. Whereas the pre-established characters, I think you play exactly as how they are, but you get to make choices as you level up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a huge muscle tiefling in the game that I thought would be funny to go, because you can change cosmetics to go in and turn her green. So it'd be like if Ivy followed the path of Bakht and became a barbarian.
Right.
That's
awesome.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other stuff. My doubles partner came in 4th place at the latest Crokinole tournament that happened in Salt Lake City. So I'm pretty proud of that guy.
Nice.
Some butt.
That's pretty cool.
June of next year, I have every intention of going to Canada and competing in the World Championship because there is no qualifier. You just show up and pay your entry fee, and then if you can filter to the top, you filter to the top.
That's cool.
But It's
Sounds pretty
it
cool
is
to me.
like you are going up against the best of the best. So, but I find I learn more losing than I do winning.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
It's often how
a cool wisdom
often
thing.
how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
A couple Sundays ago, I was one of my students gave me a new pair of Shinai for my birthday,
Oh, nice.
and so we broke them out, and we're going at it. And usually, when I'm fighting people, unless I'm like really looking to win, I usually just sort of I usually go to like their level, and then a little bit extra. But he was having trouble with his entrances. And so I showed him what a fast entrance looks like. So that was cool. And also, like, between sparring at the karate dojo and now doing more sword play some weekends, some Sundays, I'm getting my range superpower back. So it's becoming more and more demoralizing to fight against me. Where people they're coming in on their entrance. I'm like, I just stand there.
Mm-hmm.
I did that quite a few times at karate sparring. It's like, okay, you're gonna come in with your kicks. Okay, that one almost hit me. I'm gonna sway back a little bit. You're gonna put your foot down, and now you're in my range. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it.
Using real life taunting techniques.
Well,
Right.
sort of, I mean, if they're not gonna hit me, I'm not gonna sit there and react to it very much.
Right.
And I actually think I'm kind of a bully. I'm Alex the cornering bastard because of my positioning is very, very strong. Even now, even being out of practice, I think I'm going to stop stepping back and like waving my opponent to get closer again. And he's like, no. I mean, if you're going to have enough, not have the awareness of that I'm backing you into walls or corners or other people, well, it's really on you now, isn't it? Maybe I'll wait till the people I'm fighting are a little bit higher level. Because pretty much everybody I go up against is we're all the same level at the karate dojo, but I have a lot more experience than they do. And even the ones that do have more experience, like I'm still kind of holding my own, bullying them around a bit.
Yeah, most of my background is not formal training, so I don't know how accurate of advice this is, but I would always tell people that if you're backing up, slide your back foot so you can make sure you're not hitting something or stepping off of a cliff.
Right.
And that.
Yeah. I just, I train my students, like every inch that you give up needs to be made up somehow. That means, you have to re-enter or you have to have that. Hopefully they enter on you. So
just like in bed.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't do a lot of backing up. So, the Saber Legion folks, I never did that. I am thinking of, like I said, like there's a lot of HEMA or HEMA spin-off people around here in Denver Metro. I was probably going to go and join one of those, or even like the Schlager is a piece made by a swordsmith named Dennis Graves, who unfortunately has passed away, but he did start a salon out here that last I heard was still going on. Like, go over there and talk to them, but maybe not. I mean, the sword was given to me by my master's master, and knowing my master's master might have been procured by illicit means. Maybe not.
Allegedly.
Not a given. But yeah.
Yeah. This does look like it's similar because they have their own set of rules that you have to learn to work within.
Right.
So be that way. Keep your secrets.
See if we're your friend.
Private.
Go there and pick up some more Usagi Yojimbo books. I decided to finish off my collection of that particular series.
I'm going to have to give you my Usagi Yojimbo books.
Oh, yeah.
I have a number of them. It should go your way.
I'm down.
I think you would enjoy
I
them.
would enjoy them. I do enjoy Usagi Yojimbo.
I love Usagi Yojimbo.
So good.
But I'm trying to move to all online.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few Usagi Yojimbo online. So, but yes, it is indeed. So yeah, let's see. What else do we have that would be interesting?
Your mom.
Your mom. I'm trying to think. I've just been working all the time, so it's like I don't have time to even slow down a whole lot. So I've been kind of trying to figure out what in the world am I doing? You know, like I just don't slow down. I'm constantly working.
Non-stop.
So did
Yeah.
Usagi
Yeah.
ever have to fight a guy like an opponent from Germany called Hassan Pfeffer? Since
That's my knowledge.
German for rabbit, since Usagi's Japanese for rabbit.
Right? Yeah. I know that I know that so Sakai used to do work on Gru. So especially in the early days, there's lots of Gru jokes. Not even lots, but
Oh, sorry, Bob.
Superman. Yeah.
Hey,
F1
but it's still there though. At least we got it though.
Yeah.
Sorry about that though.
You haven't seen I'm not really interested in seeing F1 necessarily, but I hear the new Superman's pretty good.
Yeah, I actually want to go see the new Superman. That's something I want to take the kiddo to.
Cool.
Looking forward to that as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I did take my spouse to see Sinners a couple.
I was just about to say Sinners is now on streaming.
Yep.
So
yeah, it should have hit. It also should have hit disc last week.
Yeah.
So if you have HBO Max, you can catch it on streaming.
Nice.
Driving 88. I know those.
Yeah, so Denny Graves made the Schlager, and Badger, who's still making swords, and is at Colorado Renaissance Festival, made these. The set that I have here, as well as the steel sabers I have that I haven't been on camera yet. Yeah, and Badger makes good steel. For sure. Not as pretty, I don't think, as say Legacy Forge, but I like his stuff better. Legacy, I think, is a little bit. I don't like how they're balanced.
Yeah.
It's just, I know weapon balance, armament balance is a personal thing, but there's stuff I'm always like, too tip heavy.
I'm looking at the Reddit forum for Project Zomboid, and there's someone who's saying, "Please add the chainsaw arm."
Please, yes.
And someone's like, "Yeah, someone's hail to the king, baby."
That's right. Absolutely. I don't know. And of course, talking about this reminds me of like seeing somebody dressed as Ash at Ren Fair. And I called out. He was talking to some friends, and I called out to him. I'm like, "Are all men from the future loudmouth braggarts?" And he did not pick up the line.
Oh,
and I was like, so disappointed. Just me, baby. Just me.
Yeah, Hail Mary was one of the best books. I loved that book so much. So I'm looking forward to it doing that as well.
What's up?
So it's in the same, well, not same vein, but from the same author who wrote Artemis and The Martian. And it is one of the best depictions that I have ever really seen in a book of a concept of an alien that is different enough and weird enough and strange enough. And I love the way he does it. It's just a really, really good depiction. So
cool.
I really enjoyed that book quite a bit. So I am definitely looking forward to that one.
Okay, it looks like the full title is called Project Hail Mary. If anybody's looking that up,
Yes.
so that way you can find it. Bob is asking if you remember his chainsaw arm cyberware.
I do. That's one of the great
But that's the
little short stories of role playing in the group. We were looking for, we got a job, and it's like, oh, this cyberware is being used to like hack into people's, rest of their bodies and stuff, and so we got to try to figure out what's going on. And so we traced a cyberware dealer that some of this stuff probably came from, and Bob's character had a chainsaw arm, like a chainsaw that pop out of the arm, right? And so we're sitting there, we're talking to him, this guy, and we're looking for this bootleg cyberware stuff, because we think our friend might have gotten an implant done by that. And it's like dot dot dot, and we're like, yes, our friend might have malfunctioning cyberware. He goes, it does that sometimes.
Such a Venture Brothers style scene.
Very Venture Brothers. Before the Venture Brothers, but yes, very Venture Brothers. So good.
That's awesome.
He's a good story, yes.
That's what role playing's about. It's getting the good stories.
Right?
Yep, that's what we're here for. That's why we play this game. So, yeah. Couldn't think of Andy Weir, but yes, it's by Andy Weir. Suddenly could not think. But that's
Brent posted that. You were too busy looking at this, trying to search for it, that you didn't see Brent posted it.
No, I was actually reading because.
Oh, okay. It was a while ago, so that's why I thought you weren't paying attention.
Oh no, I was.
Okay.
I am over on the other screen over here, and I was like, oh, okay.
My gosh.
I also think I am slightly delayed, like by a second or two, so it's kind of weird.
You're definitely delayed in the opening.
Yeah,
it's true.
The newer version of Restream seems to be a lot more intensive on the system, so I have to kill everything over here, which is actually what I was doing when Brent posted that, as I've been killing programs that are running so I can get myself some more resources here.
Kill everything.
Yeah.
Long live Jesus out of them forces. Sorry, just
saying.
Quoting samples from KMFDM.
So yeah, trying to think of what else that we've got going on in the world. We've got a lot of interesting stuff going on. Superman's apparently been doing very good in the theaters. Apparently grossing more than any other Superman.
Nice.
So, including the ones by Christopher Reeve. I mean, as in from opening weekend. Just so it's doing better than all the others. Which is interesting. Always interesting.
I'm sure somebody out there has made us a chainsaw sword from Warhammer 40K, since Donald's asking about chainsaw hilts.
Yes.
But I don't think it's standard. It's not only what you see on the wall, pal.
Right? My kiddo just told me that they wanted to rewatch Terminator 1 and 2.
Nice.
Yes.
Not going to complain about that. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, because I was commenting that Terminator 2 is probably better than Terminator 1. They're both excellent. But you can't have T2 without T1.
Yes. Yeah, you can't watch T2 without
Much in the same way as that, Through the Spider-Verse is probably better than Enter the Spider-Verse, but they're so intrinsically linked you can't have one without the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we already had Judgment Day and all that. It's been a minute.
This is all the
yes, but
station.
That said, one of the things that I think is funny is how many things are being taken over by AI, and I love the ongoing statements that I've been seeing everywhere about these pictures of Linda Hamilton with like she's sitting there with like the cigarette and she's like looking off into the distance, and they're all posting things like this is her judging you for using AI.
Yes.
I like cracked up with that stuff. I judge people for it. I'm just saying. So
Well, it's a lot of slop going around, as they call it now, AI slop.
Right.
And it's the kind of stuff that I know my mom
Your mom.
would fall for it. She'd be like, "Look at this cute bear playing with this dog. It's so cute." It's AI. Sorry, the bear would eat the dog if it was real.
Yeah, and it is kind of frustrating on that sense. It's just frustrating how much. And I mean, it's power consumptive. All of that stuff takes up resources and power. And since they're sticking it in everything now, I think the thing that's got me the most offended is I just tried to send you guys an email tonight saying, that we're ready for the show and everything like that. And Outlook goes, "Do you want AI to write this message for you?" And I was almost tempted to say, "Yes, go on ahead and write it for me. What do you think I want to say?" You know what I mean? Like, and then just send it to you. And then you'd be like, "Hi, Alex and Troy. I was writing to you because I noticed the Dow Jones had dropped 14 points today." What would you think to write? Like, you have no idea what I'm writing.
Right. Yeah. Steve Shires has a couple of funny videos about AI recently. Speaking of AI and Star Trek and such. So
who was that has them?
Steve Shives, Shives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put that in the look at later folder.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, one of the things that what actually got me to start watching him was he does a series called Star Trek Jobs, and it's about
yes, I love that. I've been watching those.
So good, and
he does the thing that I really like in comedy. He starts out with something funny, starts out with funny, and then makes a left turn on you and hits you right in the gut. I love those. He's good at that.
Quite. Yeah, and he also does Star Trek. He does wrestling. He does like pro wrestling stuff. And he does comic books, like Batman, Superman stuff, comic book movies. It's good. Most of his skits are Star Trek, though. And he has other skits that are like him and his stuffed animals. Does weird voices for them. So
fun. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I can see the first one that popped up was the Ensign's Log, which I'm assuming is the Star Trek series.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen that one, but like the first Star Trek Jobs one is like Starfleet lawyer, and they're all in different eras of Star Trek and stuff. And like, yeah.
And he wears the correct uniforms. I really dig
that.
Yeah,
he's a nerd.
In fact, the uniforms become a thing in one specific episode. And
that was really good. The time one.
That was good. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of funny because like that's a common discussion and stuff. Yeah. So
just like his throwaway line of, "I'm glad that one's over. I don't have the legs to pull it off."
Right. Was pretty funny. Yeah. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff.
Well, cool. I think it's about that time.
Yeah, it is that time.
It is about that time, folks. I think we are at the end of our rope. I mean, what? Wait. Good night, Bob. It's good to see you tonight. We'll be back, of course, as you might imagine, next week at the same bat time and the same bat channel. And until then, I think that's pretty much all we've got. Good to see you guys, Donald. Good to see you, Brent. Good to see you, Bob. Oh yeah, Desert Base. Yeah, that one's a good one too. I see that one too. And until next week, I've been Guy.
And I've been Alex.
And this is Geek Tank.